Good afternoon, I'm Wes Stiers. I work at Gastonia Plumbing and Heating. We have been in business since 1947 and we're located here in West Gastonia. However, most of our work is done in the Charlotte metro area. We've been around, like I said, for a long time and done thousands of jobs. So the likelihood of you using some of our services is pretty strong, even though you may not know that you've done so. We're a commercial plumbing company, which means that we install plumbing lines inside of commercial buildings. Those type of lines, of course, mean those good old waste lines, but it also means bringing fresh water to thousands of people every day. We also install heating lines associated with gas piping to keep buildings warm, and from time to time we install lines that you might need if you have to go to the hospital. At Gastonia Plumbing and Heating, we're very goal-oriented. So before we talk about careers, let's talk about what our goals are. Our goal is to build a prosperous company, not only for the owners of the company, but for our employees. A company that will benefit not only our employees and the owners, but also our customers as well as our community. We pursue that goal by hiring people and building them into leaders at every facet of our program. We train them and educate them to become leaders at whatever job they're performing here. Our highest emphasis is always on safety. We begin with safety. That's a cornerstone of our training. We move on to getting folks to understand that they're important for the success of this company. And then we get them to understand that everything that they need to do needs to be driven by our goals, and they need to take responsibility for everything that they do as they work for us. Let's talk about careers. We have jobs in two major areas, inside the office and outside the office. If you're in the field, that's what I'm talking about when I say outside the office. I'll go ahead and answer that basic question that you all have. To start here with no experience, you're going to be making about $10 an hour. You have to work your way up the chain. We don't want you to stay at $10 an hour. We want you to be ambitious and want more. And as such, you're going to go from that level of experience. As you move up the chain, you'll become a crew leader. As a crew leader, you're going to be able to run work on your own, but it won't be a job in its entirety. Crew leaders can make about $25 an hour, but that comes with experience. It also comes with going through our apprenticeship program. Eventually you can work yourself up to being a field superintendent or a field leader. Now those folks are amazing. They can do jobs of any size and any capacity, and they really know their stuff in the field. These folks can make as much money as $40 per hour. As I mentioned, we have two different types of jobs, the inside the office jobs and the outside the office jobs. Inside the office, you're going to have positions such as an estimator or an admin person or a safety director, something along those lines. Those folks, although not paid by the hour, they equivalently make $35 to $45 an hour based on the duties that they have. Those duties can be anything from safety inspections to apprenticeship training to accounting entry to taking off a job and determining how much it's going to cost for us to do a job and putting together a bid to do that. We require a high school diploma to work in the field. That's the highest level of education that most of our field people have. But I want you to remember something. Just because they don't have any college education doesn't mean that they're not capable people. These folks install systems that sometimes cost millions of dollars that deliver important products to the public like fresh water. And these guys do this very, very well. Remember those leadership comments that we talked about? These folks that we have in the field working for us are leaders of large teams, and it takes a lot of effort. So even though they may only have a high school education, they still have tremendous leadership responsibilities in the field. Now, if you're going to be a project manager, it's a little bit different. College might be good for you or if you've had some college, that would be good because you're going to be dealing with different folks that have had a college education, and being able to talk with those folks in the appropriate manner is a good thing. However, we don't require it. If you're going to run a company like ours, then it's probably a good idea to have a business education or some sort of engineering degree. However, it's not required, again, to be a part of our team. We do a lot of work in the public arena, which means that we're working in schools or colleges or municipal buildings, sometimes on wastewater treatment plants or water treatment plants. We also do a lot of private work. It may run the gamut from Amazon to Carowinds. So, but we mostly do schools. And if you're watching today, and as I understand it, you guys are 8th graders, and if you're at Belmont Middle, or if you're at Cherryville Middle, or Greer, or WC Friday, or Southwest, you're going to have used some of our facilities. And don't worry, if you're not there, then you're going to use them by the time that you get to Stuart Kramer, or get to Huss, or get to Ashbrook. Just like any other business, construction has joined the 20th century, and now there are benefits associated with your job. Health insurance, dental insurance, eye insurance are all available. In addition to that, 401k is available. But what really keeps folks around Gas, Oil, Plumbing, and Heating is our profit sharing plan. We have a plan that allows us to put up to 15% of your earned income throughout the year into your retirement plan at the end of each and every year. For us at GP&H, it's more about what you learn after you get here. We're interested in training you as a leader, and so it's important that you have a good attitude to learn once you arrive on site. What you've done in the past is not as important as what we're going to try to get you to do in the future. Remember I mentioned those good construction jobs. Well, that's not just pushing a broom or operating a gate somewhere. If you want one of those good construction jobs, you're going to have to be able to operate a couple of different software systems. Maybe enter some time in for accounting. You're certainly going to be on an iPad all the time, entering data or looking at plans. These good old blueprints you see right here are gone. We don't put those out in the field anymore. It's all iPad driven. Other things that you might be doing that you might not expect, you may be running a $70,000 piece of excavating equipment. You're certainly going to be running lasers of all types, ground lasers, grade lasers, eye lasers, all types of different lasers, and you may even be running a robot or two. I encourage people to start at the bottom. I know that sounds like it might not be the best place, but it really is. Start with a fresh, clean slate and be willing to work and learn. If you show you're willing to work and can be at work on time every day, then you're going to do well in this industry. If you do these things, you show up, you're on time, we're going to put you in our apprenticeship program. It's a 4-year program. We're going to pay for you to go to that apprenticeship program. While some of your friends are off at college paying big bucks to do that, we're going to be paying you to work and learn at the same time. And oh, by the way, we're going to be teaching you a trade that however we want you to stay here, you can take it anywhere in the world and it would be of value. Get that apprenticeship. Work up to the crew level. Work up to the field superintendent level. If you want more, that's fine. We'll find a place for you at a potentially higher level. But remember, for us, it's all about leadership, and that's what drives us as a goal-oriented team. If you want to be a project manager, you can be. If you want to be a safety director, you can be. If you want to be an estimator, you can be. And outside of this company, if you want to be an owner and you have those ambitions and you're a strong enough leader, you can be that too.